Greetings, beautiful being. Sending you lots of love. So today we're going to create this twist together. So, backstory is I met this Russian woman who came to me for some rings a couple years back, and she was like, "Why don't you twist it this way?" And she was referring to this specific twist of the ring where we go counterclockwise on the first twist and then clockwise on the second, and then you get this beautiful ring. So I've seen a lot of tensor tech creators in Europe, specifically Russia. They do this specific twist, and the Russians know what's good. The Russians know. If you've looked into Russian pyramid science, the research that the Russians have done, big love to Russia. So we're gonna learn how to do this twist together. I've got some copper stripped, so we have 10 gauge. This is 10 gauge. You can use 10 gauge, or if you want to make it a little easier, you can utilize 12 or 14, so it's up to you. This kind of gives you an idea. This is a lost Cubit, 177 megahertz. So yeah, welcome to this tutorial. A brother calls this ring the Ouroboros. We can obviously call it whatever we want, but I have it the Ouroboros. 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 So this is the Ouroboros, you know? The snake biting its tail. Okay, moving on. Alright, so let's twist it, and then we'll make a pendant. This is a quarter lost Cubit pendant, and we'll see how much wire we get, and welcome to a new tutorial. I love you. Okay, so we've got 10 gauge wire, nice on the vise. So you can obviously check out the other tutorials to see all the other codes, but I'm not going to go over everything. You can check out all of the other tutorials that are on the YouTube. So this is what? Maybe 6 feet, so 12 feet, because I folded it, of 10 gauge. So we've just clipped it to the vise. Ready to twist. Okay, so we're gonna crimp our ends. So we just get pliers and crimp the ends. So the crimping is for the wire to stay in the drill nice and tight and centered. Got our drill. Okay, so the first twist for the Ouroboros is counterclockwise. So usually when we're looking down on the drill, it's always to the right with a regular tensor ring. This one, we're not necessarily going to call a tensor ring. We'll leave it at light ring, life force energy ring. You can call it what you want. You are the creator. Okay, so we're going to go counterclockwise first. So I'm looking down at the drill and we're going to the left. So this is about how loose we're going to do it on the first twist. So it's going to be a little looser than a regular ring. so you can kind of feel into it. Okay, so now you're gonna take that counterclockwise twist. You're gonna get some snips. Snip, and then you can crimp again. And then we're gonna fold the wire again. Just like that. Okay, now back in the vise. Nice and tight. You want to get the vise nice and tight, because you'll see. Okay, same thing. Now just get your wire back in the drill, centered, nice and tight. Okay, so with this twist, you gotta really pull back. Nice, like you gotta really give it. And that's why the 10 gauge is a little bit tougher to work with if you're just learning. But 12 or 14 gauge would be perfect. But all I got is 10 right now, so I'm gonna pull back and really, and we're going clockwise, so now to the right, like a regular twist. So I'm really pulling hard. See, I'm on full battery and it's still beauty. Whoo! Okay, sweet. So this is what we got. We got a couple feet. So you can tell it's pretty tough to work with. I was fully pulling back, like full tightness. But it's such a beautiful twist. I made lots of pendants yesterday. Put them up in the shop. So nice. Okay. Let's cut a cubit. So now same thing with any ring. We're just going to choose a cubit. I have some really heavy duty pliers for these ones. So basically here you've got 4 strands. So the key is to really file it down where you get it perfectly flat and straight, and you have your 4 strands exposed that we're gonna meet up on the other end of the wire. So just take your time. And I'll show you what we want it to look like. The way I teach it is, it's all about flow. You want to make sure that it's all flowing. You're letting that life force flow just like you would do in your own life. So you can see there, it's nice and flat, and we have all of our 4 wires nice and flat and exposed. So, oof, this has enough for the sacred. Okay, let's just do that. Or should we make pendants? You know what, for the sake of this tutorial, we'll make We'll make a sacred ring. Honor the OG. So, I have my sacred cubit. If you've seen in other tutorials, there's also a whole video on how to measure and cut cubits with your digital caliper. So I just marked on the sacred and I'm gonna file right down. Same thing, perfectly flat and exposed. Okay. Boom! Perfect. Okay, so that's a Ouroboros sacred. Now, just as usual, I'm gonna hand, because I'm very used to it, and it's also very hard to find a mandrel that's this size. You can make one out of wood, but I've gotten pretty used to it. So we're coming up to a key moment with the flow. Because it's 4 strands, like we talked about, which are exposed, it's a little tougher to join the ends perfectly than our regular twisted tensor rings, because you've only got those 2 to meet up. So usually the creator will kind of do it for you, but you do want to be conscious. Like with this lost cubit on my head, you can kind of see it just flowed perfectly, and that's what we have to do, because it's all about the energy flow. So you can see here that they're almost meeting up. So I'm basically just going to grab one end and bring it in. I might actually heat it a bit to make it more malleable, so let's do that. So just putting it on the vise, and it's pretty darn good actually, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get our ends straight. Whoo, that's actually really close. So I'm just going to anneal it to make it a little softer we can play with. This twist is so cool. I love it. I've got obsessed with it. I've got some lost cubit pendants, which is the one I'm wearing, that's in the shop. So if you want one of these twists, you can actually feel the difference in the power of them. Perfect. Okay. So I'll share with you what I'm talking about. You see that? We got that perfect flow. So that's what we're looking for. I'm gonna just take a look, make sure all the ends are joined. Sweet. Okay. Now we're using copper brazing rods. Got your torch. well ventilated. Woo! Magic. Okay, so there's our sacred Cubit 144. Ouroboros. I gotta come up with another name because that's just getting really hard to say. We'll just call it the Divine Light Ring for now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna get a little mallet, kind of give it a tap, awaken that life force, and also the heat from the braise. I learned from Twisted Sage that it kind of shatters the crystalline copper a bit, so this you're kind of just waking it up again and getting that full flow back. You can do that all the way around the ring, and you don't want to hammer too hard or else you're going to stretch your Cubit, so you want to be careful with that. But yeah, it turned out so beautiful. Cool, so that's the sacred and that's the lost. So I'm going to put this in the pickle. We have a citric acid bath out there, and yeah, that's how you create this twist. Alright family, thanks for coming along for this tutorial. So have fun with the twist and enjoy the healing energetics. And experiment and play around with what you're creating. I'm gonna go edit this video, and I love you so much. There's a course available on the website, a beginner and an advanced, that basically teaches you, the wisdom of years of creating these energy healing tools. There's an ebook that's available that's really good, has all the qubits and a lot of great information. And then feel free to email me, reach out to me. Yeah, have a beautiful day. I'll see you soon. Shoo!